Changing old habits is difficult, or so it seems. I think when it comes to nutrition, there's quite the simple step-by-step way of improving your daily eating habits so that you can get in shape, be healthier, and not be overwhelmed. Let's dive in. The first point is have a clear resolve. Yeah, that's what you should start with. If you have this tiny feeling that you should change something, you see other healthy fitness influencers, healthy, fit, and abs popping out, and you think, yeah, maybe I should do that too, because you think, I don't know, you start comparing yourself or something. Like, let's make it clear, if you don't have a strong why onto why you want to change your diet or start eating healthier, start building a healthier relationship with foods, it's not gonna happen, at least not long term. Sure, you could change something for a week or two or a month, but if you don't really want it, there's no point in forcing yourself. If you're fine with the way you are, with the way things are, don't force it. Don't force change. You need that resolve. Genuinely do need that motivation, that why. Why am I doing this? And if you clicked on this video just cause, right? You don't really know why. It's not gonna work. Unfortunately or fortunately, all people don't need to do things a certain way. If you're fine with the way things are, you think you need to change something because of insert in blank, like fitness influencers or whatever. It's not gonna work. You need that motivation. With that, let's move on to the second point. Let's move on to actual foods and drinks. Replace soda with diet/zero alternatives. By far the easiest change you can make in your diet. If you like soda, or if you like other drinks which have calories, which are not water, right? Just replace it with diet or zero soda alternatives. Yes, I made a video about this a while ago in which my girlfriend said I was passive aggressive or something. I probably was. Diet alternatives for sodas are completely fine, completely safe. You can drink them, and it's a fantastic way to start improving your diet, right? If you have that sweet tooth and it can be satiated with diet or zero drinks, use those drinks as your little weapon in a healthy diet. Easy and simple as that. A bonus here is also things like desserts with high protein, low calories are getting more and more popular. I think they taste great, at least some of them. If, again, you can use them as your healthy alternatives, which can replace those unhealthy variants 100%, why not, use these things. Use them if you like them, if they help you, use them. Speaking of liquids, third point, drink more water. Some people just forget, or I don't know what happens really. I don't know, how can you forget water? I have never experienced such a thing, but just drink more water. Drink more water with your meals. Sometimes your body confuses the feeling of hunger with the feeling of thirst. And sometimes you just need more water. So yeah, if you're not drinking it depends on your size, of course, but I think 2 liters is the minimum for most people. Yeah, just drink more water, man, or woman. Drink more water. Alright, before we move on with the rest of the video, I want to mention that down below I'll make sure to leave a link for coaching. Yes, these tips are very helpful and I hope you use them, but some people need that help and that's completely fine. If you need some one-on-one coaching, you can apply down below, and then we'll see what we can do. Let's start talking about actual foods. Fourth point, focus on proteins, complex carbs, veggies, and fruits. If you create your 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, depends on you, depends on how many meals a day you like. If you create these meals around these food groups mostly, you're gonna have satiating meals which fill you up and are not too dense in calories. Simple as that. So here's a little homework for you. On ChatGPT, ask that little fella to write you a list of 50 protein foods, complex carbohydrates, veggies, and fruits. He's gonna give you a list. In all 4 food groups, choose at least 5 specific foods you would like and you can see yourself including in your diet, like daily or mostly. Because most people don't consume that much variety in terms of foods. They have the main foods they like and just eat constantly. So yeah, pick your favorites, create your own list, at least try to remember it, and then create your meals using those foods. Simple as that. Talking about creating meals. Fifth point, look for recipes online. Most of us, we aren't chefs. We don't really know how to cook. Some of my meals look dreadful. Mostly maybe because, not because I don't know how to cook, I just can't be asked to cook. And I have this relationship with food that, you know, if I know that what I'm eating is good, then I can just eat it and, and move on. But yeah, some people, they need decently tasty food, you know, to stick to it. And Instagram, TikTok, YouTube is full of recipes. I'm talking desserts, I'm talking main dishes. All you gotta do is just look for them. Like, look for the healthy alternatives to your lasagna or pasta or whatever. And I'm very confident you're gonna find them. Also, bonus homework here. You can take the foods from that list you made previously with your favorite foods in each food group, and you can ask ChatGPT to create recipes using the foods you like. Again, simple as that. And then you have your, again, main recipes. Sixth point, meal prep. Some people are very picky. Some people don't like to eat the same thing 2 or 3 days in a row. I kinda understand that, but look, when you meal prep, the food is ready, you don't have to spend as much time cooking because while you can cook just 1 meal at a time, you can also cook 5 or 6, and that's prepped for you for the next few days. This is one of the strongest weapons in your arsenal to eat healthy. Yeah, meal prepping, it literally doesn't take bonus time for you. If you're cooking, you might as well can cook just more meals and they're ready for you. I definitely recommend you use this tactic. Meal prepping is something I've done for quite some time now, and yeah, it's definitely helped because cooking, ain't nobody got time for that, at least not so often. So yeah, be prepared. And to add to this point, like, if you don't have those ready meals and you feel very tired and whatever, it's very easy to just use the fast food alternatives, but you want to use less of them, right? So prep your meals. Seventh point, don't keep snacks around the house. Imagine a situation, you're in your workroom doing some stuff, like me filming this video right now, and then I walk out of here. If I see a pack of Doritos on the table, well, okay, I'm not probably going to eat it, but it's definitely a higher chance I will at some point, because it's just there, it's staring in my eyes. It's asking to be eaten. But if it wasn't there, if it was just at the store, I'm probably gonna buy that bag of Doritos if I really want it. If I really want to begin, get ready, go to the store, come back to my home, and then eat that pack of Doritos. And in that situation, it might be fine, you know, because it's not gonna happen often. When it does happen, it's not gonna impact my healthy diet in a strong way. Yeah. If you don't have those snacks around the house, you don't have any temptations, it's much more difficult for you to steer off from your health diet, from eating the better foods. So yeah. And then 8th point, even with healthy foods, be careful. Some of them are just calorie dense, some of them have a lot of fat, and yeah, you can just pile up those calories even though you're eating healthy. So things like nuts, also nut butters, you know, peanut butter or others, seeds, oils, juices, smoothies, avocados. There's probably more examples, but you get the gist. These foods are mostly high in fats. Juices and smoothies, they're just condensed versions of fruits, right? If you think about it, how many apples will you eat versus how much apple juice in calories, in terms of calories, can you consume? Well, the difference is quite large. So yeah, be careful with these foods. Don't overconsume them. Be mindful of them. Have some, but if you like to eat nuts every evening and you eat like 100 grams, that's extra 600 calories. And if that's 600 calories surplus, well, that's gonna leave a dent long term. That's definitely gonna do something. So yeah, be mindful. And then ultimately, point number 9, all food is fine, some in moderation, when you build up a healthy relationship with foods. So if you eat the good foods, the healthy, the nourishing foods 80% of the time, and then sometimes you have the donuts and the pizzas and the chips, potato chips and whatever else you like, that's fine. Some people just consume junk out of habit or out of not knowing what to eat or out of laziness or out of like things like stress. Stress eating is quite common, I think, as well. Yeah, when you have that healthy relationship with foods, when you don't consume snacks as often, you don't want them as often, and then you can stick to your healthy diet most of the time. And then sometimes, because we enjoy things in life, because, you know, we're not robots, we have some fun stuff. That's it. I think it's not going to benefit you if you think of some foods as bad, because then you're going to consume them and then that bad food turn into bad you. That's not really true. You can have some of those foods sometimes, enjoy them, and it's fine. Yeah, that's the ultimate goal. Build that healthy relationship and you're good to go. Alright, I hope these points helped you. I hope these tips are something you will use, and like I said, will help you build that better relationship with food, build that physique you are seeking, or whatever else. If there's anything you think I missed out and should have mentioned, write it in the comments. I'll take a peek, and others might find useful as well. And yeah, see ya in the next one.